YouTube? I am your host, video tutorials and reviews, back in here with yet one more video. Have a very quick reaction for you guys today. Thank you so much, Patreon supporter, Mr. Michael Bennett. I see you, my G. I see you. So this reaction is to someone who I actually reacted to on a community post and actually a subsequent live stream talking about that community post. His name is Donnell. He's a Instagram influencer, and I believe he has a tax business or what have you. So I wanted to react to this off of Instagram. It's one of his Instagram posts, and this was sent to me. So I'm gonna react right in the moment. Without further ado, let's get right in it.
So wintertime is the time people, you hibernate, you inside, you working, you know what I mean? People, they usually doing the OT, it's the holiday season, trying to get more money for Christmas and stuff like that. And then, you get tax season, and now that money getting spent, now the economy's growing, and now summertime's around. What if you booked that trip, if you did, and now summertime will really mess people up. Because summertime, like I said, you really ain't got it in the summertime. Summertime, you're supposed to have that wintertime mentality, you know what I mean? Stay ass to the house and keep grinding.
Right. And not
Yeah, just real quick, I deal with that as well. I can already see right now, this is probably going to be a money-focused video. I deal with that a lot, actually. Like, if you guys have noticed, like, during these winter months, I'm posting damn near almost every day. Like, I want to say in January, I had 23 videos posted in 30 days, 31 days. You know what I mean? February, it was something similar. You know what I mean? So yeah, in the winter, I feel like I'm in the crib a lot more so, but now I have this outlet to be able to generate additional value while I'm here just a little bit more.
just stacking all winter and then spending all summer. The next thing you know, you're trying to recoup all winter again. Yeah. Like it's like if you spending that's really some crazy shit, because if you stacking all winter and spending all summer, and then you trying to recoup all winter from the money you spent all summer, when do you ever create a profit for yourself? Because it's a cycle to where you literally just spending, stacking, and you literally just breaking even at a zero. So at what point do I actually grow? At what point am I actually buying assets? At what point am I actually doing things that are benefiting my life, benefiting my legacy, my last name, you feel me, my family, other than me being stuck in this cycle of spending money with everything that don't matter? You feel me? Like, and I was that bull to where I literally would stack all winter, do OT, work at the bank, do my thing. Once tax time came around April, I would check my Wells Fargo account every single Friday to see when that money hit that $3,000 IRS check came through. Next thing you know, I go to the bank, write a $3,000 withdrawal slip, boom, take that money. Then I'm booking a trip to LA. I'm out there chilling, you know what I'm saying? But I want to hang out because I feel like that's what makes me worthy of being cool. Hanging with the homies, hanging with all the chicks. I'm thinking I'm cool. Next thing you know, I come back from the trip in Miami, and now I'm back to the same old situation I was already in. $3,000 gone just like that.
And got nothing to show for it. I think that's actually a really good point. So it was a couple things that he hit on. He was saying in the perspective of, he would take his tax refund check and then go spend it, It's something that he gets in the winter, and then he will go spend it during the summer. The thing is, what you guys may not really understand, so like, back when, I was 18, 19 in my first couple of jobs, I would wait for the tax refund to come back. And I used to think like, the bigger the tax refund, the more love that I was shown. But I didn't have an understanding of the time of what was actually happening. And what was actually happening, because I'm not itemizing my taxes during that time. I don't have any assets or what have you. There's nothing that I'm deducting. I'm just making money. I didn't realize at the time the concept of what I'm doing is essentially giving the government a tax-free loan, right? So now, real quick example. If someone asks you the question, would you rather $10 million today or $10,000 for life up to $10 million? Which would you pick? The one that you should always pick, always, is the large sum of money today. The reason for that is there is a lot more you can do with your money today than you could do with monthly installments over a period of time. If you put a large sum of that money into a mutual fund, an index fund, an ETF, right? And just let that money grow over a period of time. That 10 million can grow into 20 million. It can grow into 30 million if you leave it in there for a long enough time. I say all that to say the $3,000 that you get back for the government, that was already owed to you. There's a lot more that you can do with that $3,000 today than just allowing the government to have an interest-free loan for a period of time.
But it took me to realize sitting back one day like, damn, it took that same hotel and that club to make $3,000 in 2 days. And I was waiting 10 months to get that $3,000 from the IRS. That's a serious problem. You feel me? I'm stuck in a slave mentality. Like, when we talk about slave mentality, slavery is no longer just, it's not like physical abuse anymore, to where like I'm trapped here and they against my will. You feel me? And you could cause your own slavery to where you literally trapped your own self in your mind, financially, mentally, you feel me? By chasing all the things that the world wants you to chase. Why do you think now, like, when you really look at social media, it's so much vanity, it's so many women shaking their ass, like it's so much over sexualized content, especially in rap. It's because they want to trap men's minds. They want to trap our minds into staying stuck in this system of going to the strip club, blowing all of our money, going to the clubs, buying all these drinks, trying to take shorty to the crib. You feel me? Trying to flex for shorty, getting all these iced out diamonds, jewelry with diamonds on it that have no value to it once you bust that joint down.
Yeah, just real quick, I appreciate this video. I agree with a lot of what he's talking about. I'm not very fond of his relationship advice, but his financial advice, I understand what he's saying. Yeah, it's mental slavery. And, I've talked about this on live streams from time to time. Like, I really think like rap music has appropriated black culture to make people act a certain type of way. And that act a certain type of way is this consumerism lifestyle, which has led to people living paycheck to paycheck, where you think that your value is making money to spend money. That is not what a value should be calculated as. Like, yes, I do think that there's some experiential things that all people should strive to. But at the same time, if you're running up your credit card, number one, you shouldn't even have a credit card if you are revolving debt. All of your debt should be paid off every single month on your credit card. And if you do that, you can really take advantage of all the rewards that are associated with that credit card. Listen, and take it from me, like I'm somebody who, one of my first jobs in undergrad was working for a credit card company. I would sit on the phone and sell credit cards to people. And I knew then that essentially you have an industry that tries to derive value from people not understanding how to deal with their finances. The people that are not financially educated, they are financially illiterate. They don't understand how detrimental an interest rate can be when it's working against them. But getting back to this original topic of mental slavery, yeah, I think it is something that we need to break free of. You need to break free of the chains of consumerism. I think living a minimalistic lifestyle will get you closer to things that will actually make you happy in life. When you take away, the fancy car, you take away the things that are shining on your wrist or that's shining on your neck, right? Or everything down to like the expensive Gucci glasses that you wear. Like when you take all of those things away, and if you are unhappy with yourself, you need to take a real long stare into the mirror to really understand how it is that you truly value yourself. If you value yourself with material things, I don't think you value yourself at all. Like, yeah, like I think it's dope to look nice from time to time. But if your value is tied to what you have on, I say that you're using these things in and around you to really block who you really are.
You feel me? Because gold is the only thing that really creates value for real. So it's like, yo, they be like brainwashing our minds. That's the slavery now. Listening and watching all this information. And we got to be smart enough as men to decipher between the bullshit from the real. You feel me? Like, yo, that BS right there, that's all liability. Going on vacation when you know you don't got the money for real and you don't got no assets to really pay for that vacation, or to be able to use the business that you have to actually take a trip and use it as a write-off because you went there for business. Like, if you don't got that type of mentality, you shouldn't be taking no vacations, especially when you know it's going to hurt your pocket in 2 months and it took you 10 months to be able to ball out for 2 days. You hustling backwards.
Facts. Oh, he's speaking facts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You could see already how he's in a tax business. I actually discovered this not too long ago. Like, I feel like everybody should have a business at this point. You know, I this is my first year doing my taxes, owning a home, as well as having a business on the side. And I'll tell you guys this, like, itemizing my taxes and getting over the deduction limit has been 5 times more as fruitful than it has ever been for me during tax season. 5 times more, right? Now, at the same time, the business things that I'm getting into, I mean, I suffered loss in 2019, but it's because it's your growth year. There's a lot of investments that I have put into this in order to deliver you guys the quality that you're currently seeing and hearing right now to the best of my ability. But I do think that my investments in it in 2019 will hopefully put me beyond the growth stage in 2020.
You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm trying to get men to get out of that mentality of chasing. Yo, stop chasing ass, bro. That's what they want you to do. That's what yo, strip clubs is literally paying rappers to literally rap music like that. The rappers is getting paid 50,000, 100 bands to make a verse. Yo, make me a strip club verse, bro. Make that joint hot. He get 100 bands for that just so he can trap you into going to the strip club to spend money so that the owner can recoup on that investment. You feel me? Pharmaceutical companies is paying these rappers and paying these people. I know they are. To say, yo, talk about them perks and them leans and all that. Here, boom. They cutting them bulls. Yo, I know them bulls getting cut checks. They getting cut checks to talk about busting down. You don't think that if I was a businessman, I was a jeweler, you don't think that I would pay a rapper 30,000? Yo, say my name on your song. You feel?
Yeah, I understand what he's saying with the jeweler example. For the pharmaceutical example, you got to show me receipts on that. I mean, that's a bold claim to say that a pharmaceutical company is paying a rapper to say, you know, do these illegal substances. That's an extremely bold claim. And you know, a lot of my brothers, I bang with y'all. There's a lot of y'all that are conspiracy theorists. So let's keep it clear. Let's keep it funky. He's mixing in some truths. I do think that there's Jacob the jeweler back in the late 90s, early 2000s. My New York cats know who I'm talking about when you say Jacob. You know what I'm saying? And he's mixing in some truths, and he's also mixing in some falsities. Okay, I just want to keep that clear. But let's continue.
You know what I'm saying? Bust Me Down, yeah, bust that joint down. It was made by Bust Down by Don. That will come back because people start Googling me. Oh yeah, I need to get my ice like how what's the names was, because that's gonna make me hot. Yo, we got to get out of that mentality. That's slavery, bro. Understand that, like, they're trapping you, and we got to be smart enough to get out of that game because they want us black men to continue to be asleep, bro. They want us to be asleep. We got to wake up.
Yo, so shout to Prince Donnell. You know what I'm saying? It's my first time actually hearing him speak. Now that I heard him speak, you could obviously tell he's a Philly cat. You know what I mean? Or the bowls and that I was hearing, right? I like his take. I like where he's going with it. You know, I always appreciate to see other black men trying to distill information and such onto a community of people that have gone so long without the proper forms of communication when it comes to financial literacy and education. So really dope video. You know, I really appreciate this. I can see why Mr. Michael Bennett recommended it to me. Out of everything that he said, the only thing that I don't agree with is that pharmaceutical thing. You got to have receipts when you say something like that. And I'm glad that he didn't name a particular pharmaceutical company, because if his influencing reach is high enough, that's when a lawsuit comes in. You see what I'm saying? So, but I got to see data. I got to see receipts to something like that. Give me a news story. Now, it's not to say that there's not high entities in and around the government that have done some nefarious things. I haven't said that at all. But when it comes to that specifically, show me some data. All right. That has been your video. That has been your request. Mediocre tutorials and reviews at gmail.com. Wholeheartedly appreciate each and every one of y'all. Thank you for the requests. Future requests. If you're not on the Patreon, I cannot guarantee that I can get a request for you. Feel free to go up there and see all the benefits. All right? Wholeheartedly appreciate each and every one of you. Until next time, YouTube. Peace!